And here we are with the Havoc, Tek Recon Havok. It's got much higher capacity than the Hammerhead. It seems like a fairly large blaster. On the back, it shows the blaster itself with its extendable stock and all of the bells and whistles. And
I didn't realize this, but now that it's showing it on the magazine, it's actually a flip mag, where it only loads them into the one side. So what is it? 36 on each side. Yeah. That's actually interesting. I was wondering why the magazine on this one was so much larger than the Hammerhead. Okay. But it's because it's a flip.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's easy enough. I can't fault them for that. It's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll pop this open and we'll be right back.
Alright, we're back here, and I didn't actually accidentally rip this bottom part out.
Alright, we got the blaster itself. It feels nice and sturdy. It's got a bit of a heft to it. I'll have to check out the stock. You know.
Having weight to it actually kind of surprises me.
It's got a surprising amount of weight to it, actually, based on that.
Yeah. I mean, seeing the Hammerhead and how simple the mechanics seemed in that one, this has actually got a surprising amount of weight for what it is. But we'll, whoops, and the round bag's actually open, so they're falling all over the table already. This is again the phone post, which seems to be a little larger than the hammer shots. Actually, this one might fit your phone. And the magazine. Whoops, and that's just connective crap.
Got me.
Oh, there's a magazine.
I got that all right. Yep.
It's a surprising amount of bulk to this.
Yeah, it's actually very comfy with the stock at the right length.
This is
check that out.
Let me I'll try. I can't really get a camera with it, but yeah, that's
it's a very comfy blaster.
It does seem that way. Yeah, it's like the right size. This was definitely designed for older kids, and
yeah,
the rubber, the stock's actually padded, so that's
new.
That's really nice. Where's the release on the?
It's on the clip itself.
It's on the magazine itself. Okay, so again, that's a nice plus there. It's, you know, an ambidextrous release. So.
Alright, let's go ahead and play around with it a little bit, and we'll be back.
Okay, so we're back here with the Tek Recon Havok, and it's significantly stronger than the hammer shot.
Yeah, I didn't foresee, based on, once again, the rounds being the source of the power, this actually being a stronger blaster, but it actually seems to be. On top of being a very comfortable blaster, I can't, other than a couple of Nerf blasters over the crossbow.
Yeah,
other than the crossbow.
Crossbow, yeah.
I can't really think of any other Nerf blasters that are more comfortable than this. The fully adjustable stock locks into place at each spot.
Yeah, multiple lock points too, unlike most of the Nerf stocks out there that only have a couple of any.
And then, yeah, it's padded back of the stock. An actual tack rail. This is I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, people will know it when they see it. We don't normally have real guns, so
yeah.
So somebody will shout it out. Somebody in the comments. You guys know. You guys know. You guys are good at correcting us.
So that should come in handy when it comes to mounting interesting tactical.
Yeah, any sort of
like a red dot scope or something like that. The one problem I have with this blaster is the color scheme and the look of it are actually a little too realistic. It is a little short, so I don't think too many people will mistake it for an actual gun, but I foresee it being a problem in the HVZ community.
Yeah,
It's got this camo-esque green metallic finish, which is typically frowned upon.
yeah. We also have to, remind you that we live in the New York area, and they tend to have very, very strict rules on these kind of things, and it varies very much state to state and even region to region as to what's acceptable. And I'm honestly, mostly because of the metallic finish on this, is really what worries me about that. And the same thing with the hammerhead. The metallic finish is a little worrying. I'm not quite sure. There's certain places I would not want to bring this because of that, the metallic finish on it,
Right.
and the sort of semi-camo. We really haven't shown many things that we've painted, and a lot of other people that we know that do painting, we tend to do solid colors that are not typically gun colors. A lot of pastels are used, and a lot of bright reds, bright oranges, neon colors, and always done solid, never done camo, because we just don't want to run into the problem, because we live in an area where unfortunately these things are a problem for some people and for some laws. But with that said, other than that, as comparing this to the hammerhead,
This is a 100% improvement.
yeah, it's a big improvement. My only real complaint about these things is they're a little inaccurate if you don't get a good trigger pull on them.
Right.
If you get a good consistent trigger pull, then they fire rather accurately from what we've seen. We can't get outside and test these because we're in a place where we cannot be losing these
Outside.
Yeah.
I just don't want the lawnmower picking it up and doing who knows what with it.
Yeah, it's just one of those situations.
What was I gonna say? Oh, the magazine itself on this one is a bit harder to load than the one in the hammerhead. The hammerhead, to get the 25 rounds in took no time whatsoever. This one, I know it was more rounds, but it probably took me a good 5 minutes just to get the one side filled.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you probably could load while you were, load the one side while you're firing the other side, a downtime. So I guess...
I don't know, I don't see that as being that practical. Yeah, these, they're really kind of difficult to load in there. But,
it's doable.
yeah, if you kept them in a pouch. Just a couple of finishing thoughts that I'd like to mention here.
Yeah.
I know Charles really did like the stock. I think it's a comfy stock. It just wiggles a little too much for me. I'm actually a little worried that it's not actually bolted in place or anything. It's actually just clipped on there. But that's kind of a minor concern about it. The other thing is...
Recon stock.
Oh, hush. I know, Nerf has had some pretty bad stocks in the past, and this is actually really nice for their first product. But the other thing I want to note is on the stock it says this thing about Axe G series. We haven't heard anything about that. We don't know what's going on with that.
It doesn't say anywhere on the package. It doesn't say anything about it anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
They might have just come up with a gimmicky name to put on the back of it and whatever, or it might mean something. We'll find out, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and if anyone happens to know, let us know. That'd be great.
Yeah, because we didn't see any series markings on the hammerhead, but. Again, if you didn't check out the hammerhead video, here's a hammerhead for you. So you can click on this right here and it'll take you over to that video. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you found some interesting information on these things, and take care, everybody.
Bye.